of the charities that are going to receive the money that you worked so hard to raise. So I am thrilled to be here to take you through this grand finale today. Now you're probably wondering, how much money was raised? And I'm glad you're wondering that, because I want to tell you that this year we did well over $16,000. I think it's about over 16,125. Fantastic. This was, of course, an unusual year, very unusual. And it's just fantastic that even without the regular event, people were still able to sign up for walking or running, or even this year just sign up just to get donations. Everybody walked or ran on their own whenever they wanted to, wherever they wanted to during the month of July in a socially distanced way. So it was very different from our previous years, but still the important thing is a lot of money was raised for two great organizations, which I will tell you a bit more about in just a moment. But first, I want to thank so much our sponsors, because of course, can't do this without our sponsors, and can't have prizes without our sponsors. So thank you to Brooks, Frontrunners, Subway, Evo, and Lyft. Big round of applause for them. Thank you so much for supporting this initiative. And let's just hear it for the charities involved, the Loud Foundation and Out in Schools. Woo! This is just so typical, isn't it, of this year? I'm going to imagine there's like a few hundred of you clapping along with me. So I would like to tell you a bit more about these beneficiaries and why they are so great and so important, and where the money's going to go that was raised for them. So let's start with Out in Schools. Now, just off the top of my head, Out in Schools is an award-winning education program that uses film and video with facilitated group discussion to engage students on issues of homophobia, transphobia, and bullying. Pretty good, eh? Just for winging it. Money raised for Out in Schools goes toward bringing their program to more schools and classrooms. So that's fantastic. We want to spread the word, get into more classrooms, get into more schools, reach more kids. And here is a quick video from Out in Schools themselves to explain a bit more about what they do.
Hi everyone, my name is Sam Snowblin, and I'm the Development Director at Out on Screen. Out on Screen runs the Vancouver Queer Film Festival, happening this August 13th to 23rd, and the year-round Out in Schools program, which brings queer, trans, and two-spirit films to schools and communities throughout the province in order to create safer, more inclusive learning environments for all youth. Out in Schools uses a mix of short film and facilitated discussion in order to unlock important conversations around the challenges and successes of LGBTQ+ people and communities, locally, nationally, and globally. Since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, our Out in Schools team has been running full tilt in order to adapt our presentations for online learning, and we need your help in order to cross the finish line. Join us in the Vancouver Frontrunners at this year's Pride Run and Walk, supporting authentic, queer, trans, and two-spirit representation in film throughout the province.
So there you go, Out in Schools and Out on Screen, the fantastic work that they are doing out in the community for our LGBTQ youth. And of course, the other charity that's involved here is the Loud Foundation. So again, just off the top of my head, the Loud Foundation invests in future leaders of the Canadian LGBTQ+ community by supporting the development of students who possess drive, vision, compassion, and knowledge. Or if I remember correctly. Money raised for the Loud Foundation goes toward providing more scholarships to deserving students, more scholarships, and even more money. They increase the money sometimes too, so can't do either without your donations. And here's a little video from their very first event back in 2009 where they explain a bit more about what they were trying to do. I think they only had a handful of students there, and this year they have way more. thanks, of course, to your donations. And fun fact, I actually shot and edited this video back in 2009. Let's take a look.
There's no logic to this thing called love. There's no rhyme or reason, no answers from above. But I've learned.
The Loud Foundation is the philanthropic arm of the Gay and Lesbian Business Association.
To support queer youth around the province of British Columbia and bring out their leadership skills.
It stands for leadership, opportunity, unity, diversity. Many years ago, the GLBA decided to do something to give back to the community.
The Loud Foundation is about supporting future leaders of the GLBT community by providing them scholarships.
Come along and find the answer. Come along and lead the way. No need for forgiveness. Say what.
Tonight we're having a fantastic event. It is the Loud Awards. It is where our 4 recipients
Brian Watson, Joshua Ferguson,
Lucy Shea, Natalie Cobb.
are going to be receiving their awards. We're really excited. The recipients are such fantastic people. They're going to blow everyone away.
Really active in his own community, and he's working towards his education. He's going to Royal Rose next year.
It is the first of its kind in Canada. There's no scholarship like it. It's all about inclusivity, not exclusivity. Anyone can apply as long as they're involved in the community. They don't have to be gay or lesbian. They can be pretty much anything as long as they're involved in the community. So I think that appeals to such a broad audience, and it appeals to really the current leaders of today, because essentially they're supporting the leaders of tomorrow.
We did have applications from Prince George, Courtenay, Cowichan, the Okanagan, all over, and this is not about downtown Vancouver, it's about our province.
Say what you wanna say.
It has got so much from the community at large that they really felt it was time, we really felt it was time to give back to the community.
Also, we have Kim Kuzma, who is an entertainer extraordinaire. She's fantastic.
I think it's a wonderful way to raise them up and make them proud and loud.
We hope to make this an annual event, and down the road we'd like to add more to our roster of services and benefits.
We're really excited for this year, and we're even more excited about next year. We're looking to expand more scholarships, so that means more money to be given out and a larger event next year. So please, we'd love your support, get involved. We'd love to have you.
So that was from the first year of the Loud Foundation scholarships. This year I've been told there were 20 recipients who each got $2,500, and 3 of them are the Pride Youth scholarships, which come from the money that you raised. So fantastic, congratulations. And speaking of the money you raised and congratulations, it's time to get into some prizes. So for our top fundraisers, we're going to award some Evo prize packs, which consist of a bottle, towel, 100 minutes of driving time. Let's start with our 3rd place top fundraiser. Let's hear it for Brett Marlowe, raising almost $600. Congratulations. Enjoy your Evo prize pack. 2nd place is Megan Bullock, who raised more than $750. Fantastic. Congratulations, Megan. Also going to receive an Evo prize pack and a Brooks Run Proud hat. And our top fundraiser, raising over $2,500 all by himself, is Nathan Santel. Fantastic. Nathan's going to take home a new pair of Brooks Runners from Brooks and Forerunners, a Brooks Run Proud cap, and an Evo prize pack. And this is Nathan, I believe, from last year, looking very sexy on the seawall. And if you haven't signed up for Evo yet, what are you waiting for? You can sign up for free and get 45 minutes of free driving time by going to evo.ca/pride. I'm already a member. I use Evo all the time. But enough about me. It's time to bring on two very special guests for you. We've got our race director, Brandy, who is interviewing the top fundraiser of the year, Nathan. So let's pass it on over to them.
Hey, Nathan. Thanks for joining me to talk about your experiences in this year's Pride Run and Walk.
Hey, Brandy.
How are you?
I'm well. I'm great.
Wonderful. For people who don't know Nathan, Nathan Santel is our top fundraiser in the 2020 virtual Pride Run and Walk. Yes, absolutely. You got out there and crushed it, and we are so appreciative. So I just wanted to ask you a few questions. Thanks so much for joining us in the live stream. First things first, why did you choose to participate in this year's virtual Pride Run and Walk?
Well, gosh, I felt like this year I wasn't celebrating Pride in the kind of the traditional sense and getting out there and going to the parade and parties and things like that. So I felt like this was like a great opportunity to participate in Pride, show my pride, and also I just recently accepted a new position at a company called Kickstart Entertainment. We're an animation company, and I'm in a leadership role at that company, and they're really big on supporting LGBTQ2 plus pride and just diversity and inclusion in general. And so I felt like this would be a good opportunity to introduce this kind of an event to my coworkers at Kickstart Entertainment and get them involved. So I formed a team with my company, and the president and the CEO of the company were both super excited about it and in full support. So yeah.
Excellent. And I think at least one of your teammates has joined you on the leaderboard as one of our top fundraisers. Is that right?
Yeah, that's Vivian. Yeah, she's been rocking it.
Awesome. Shout out to Vivian. Thank you so much for everything you've done. And we hope to see you back in next year's Pride Run and Walk. All right. So you raised over $2,400 for us this year. How did you do that? No, that is so wrong. Oh my goodness. That's all right. We're going to go with it. How did you raise all that money?
Well, really what I did is I focused on messaging my friends and family, my best friends and family members directly. I sent them direct text messages with my personal donation page. And I just told them how excited I was about the event and how proud I was to be supporting the organizations. And yeah, I would say like 90 to 95% of the people that I sent direct text messages to, they donated within minutes of sending the message. So it just really helped, I think, to have direct contact with them, you know?
Right. So what was your initial fundraising goal?
My initial fundraising goal was, I think 500, I think 500, and then I raised it to 1,000 once I was able to quickly reach that first goal.
Yeah.
And then I raised it again to 1,500, and then to 2,000, and then 2,400. I just was like, you know what? I'm close to 2,400. Might as well raise it right to 2,400.
Right.
There's still another day. I might get up to 2,500. We'll see.
Yeah, and it's been a big success for you. So you are the winner of the prize for the top fundraising, which is great. But you could have stopped. You could have stopped at 500, or you could have stopped at 1,000. So what motivated you to go the extra kilometer and raise even more?
Well, I'm a super competitive person in general, so I just felt like might as well put that competitive edge toward a good cause and towards two good organizations. And so yeah, it just felt good. It felt really good to to win.
Yeah. What was it about these organizations that spoke to you?
Well, out in schools really spoke to me because I'm a filmmaker myself, and they're part of Out on Screen, right? Yeah. So that was really important to me. I'm a documentary filmmaker. I've produced a documentary. So when I read about their organization, I thought that would be a great organization to support. And then Loud, just because I'm in a leadership position at my company, and I'm kind of a leadership geek. Like I love, like I've been a camp counselor at Rotary International Leadership Camp for many years, and I love supporting youth in leadership, like practicing leadership and leadership positions. And so the fact that Loud supports LGBTQ2 plus leaders, and that just really spoke to me. It was really exciting. So both the
Awesome.
organizations seem like great causes.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna back up a little bit. I think I
Okay.
heard you say you're a documentary filmmaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us about your film or films.
Well, I produced a documentary film called it's called Light in the Water, and it's the story of the West Hollywood Aquatics swim team, and they're the first LGBTQ masters swim team in the world, founded in the 80s. And so it chronicles the history of this swim team. And obviously, I'm really big into sports and running and swimming, and so like this was really inspiring to me. And I'm gay, so it's like it was kind of like the best of all worlds to me.
It was the triple crown of,
Yeah,
of potential documentary films.
it kind of like was like the no-brainer for me. It like totally spoke to me and inspired me. And so I teamed up with a really inspiring filmmaker, Liz Bartlett, and we created the documentary. And so yeah, I'm really proud of it. And you can actually, if anyone out there wants to see the documentary, it's called Light in the Water, and it's available on Hulu, Amazon Prime, iTunes, and YouTube. So nice little plug there. I hope you don't mind.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't mind at all. I'm going to talk directly to the camera now, which might be a little freaky. I don't know. I can't see it. If you haven't seen this movie, you should. I had an opportunity to see it at New York Pride last year. It was screened in a theater there back when you could see movies in theaters with people. And it was excellent, even if you're watching it by yourself. It's a great movie. I would recommend checking it out on one of the many different streaming venues that you can watch it on. It was great. So thanks Nathan for that.
Yeah. It was premiered on Logo in the States, and then we were nominated for an Emmy Award as well. So
amazing.
So yeah, super proud of that film.
And you should be. So I don't want to take up your whole day, so I have just one last question for you. What did you miss most about our face-to-face events? We normally get to meet in person, celebrate together. What's the piece that you wish you could have experienced this year?
Gosh, I feel like what I missed the most was last year, being at the starting line and feeling that sense of that rush of adrenaline and that sense of pride kind of all combined at once to push me to start the race. That was like such an inspiring and exciting feeling. So I definitely missed that like moment of taking off from the starting line. Yeah, I would say I missed that, but I definitely got a rush of adrenaline going through this process, the virtual process of like, raising funds and contacting my friends and family and like telling them about how passionate I was about this virtual race and just, getting excited about that. And running on my own was pretty fun too. So.
That's great. We appreciate everything you've done this year, Nathan. And if people watching want to get involved and you feel like you missed out because you might not have been a participant, you can still get involved. We are accepting donations right through the month of August for one or both, your choice of our amazing beneficiaries. And as the race director, it is in my power to offer you, all people who donate in the month of August, an opportunity to win an entry into next year's race, so you can experience that rush of adrenaline at the starting line when we're hopefully all face-to-face together next year. Nathan, I appreciate you taking all the time, and we'll see you out on the course next year, and I hope to see you again with our Vancouver Frontrunners sooner than that.
And I just want to say one thing real quick. Thank you so much Brandy, for organizing this event. You absolutely rocked it. It was so much fun and inspiring having you kind of cheering and inspiring from the sidelines, and yeah, it was just great. It was so much fun to have you organizing it.
Oh, well, thank you. All right. Okay, so we are going to throw it back over to Josh now. Take it away, Josh.
Thanks, Brandy. So we just heard the great news that the fundraising is going to continue through August, and all donors in August are going to be eligible to win free entry to next year's Pride Run and Walk, and who knows, maybe some free Lyft ride minutes. There's one way to find out and one way to win, and that's to donate through August. Now I get to announce the winner of the Best Costume Contest. This year again was different than other years, but we judged best costumes by people who submitted their photos on Instagram with hashtag #BanPrideRunCostume. And the winner this year, who gets a pair of Brooks Runners and a Run Proud hat, is at It Is Me Blake. Congratulations, looking fantastic out there while you were doing your walk or run. Way to go. Get right into the spirit of things. And now I'm going to pass it back to Brandy, who is by herself, to give us a race director update.
Thanks, Josh. I just wanted to say a few quick thank yous. First, to our beneficiaries for all that they do to support queer youth and belonging. To our participants, the 20% of you who are outside Metro Vancouver, 7% who are outside Canada, people who ranged in age from age 15 to 78, thank you all for joining us. Thanks to everybody who was an active participant and fundraiser, and to those who were virtual participants because perhaps you couldn't get out this year. We hope to have everybody joining us in next year's Vancouver Pride Run and Walk. We will have a virtual option for people who want to join from outside the area. Thank you to our sponsors, to Brooks, to Forerunners, Subway, Evo, and Lyft. Thank you to our partners at Vancouver Pride Society, to Race Roster for helping to coordinate our race, to BC Athletics for helping to keep us safe when we do get out there on the course. Thanks to our supporters, our race committee, Olive, to Josh, who is on this live stream with me, to Herb, Doug, Jag, and Roger for our warm-up and stretching videos, to Ryan from the Canada Running Series, who invited us to the Short Shorts Running Podcast, and especially, and finally, I'd like to thank the Academy. All right, I guess I'm not gonna thank the Academy. I'm gonna send it back over to Josh. Hey, Josh, what is it that you love the most about Vancouver Pride Run and Walk?
Congratulations, Brandy, on your award. Well deserved. I will answer your question in just a moment, but I just want to highlight the fact that it really takes a village to put on an event like this, even when done virtually. This year we had people entering from France, from New Zealand, Los Angeles, Brampton. No, I'm just kidding. There was nobody from Brampton registered, which is strange. Where are you, Bramptonites? Is that what they're called? Bramptonites? Probably. Anyway, what I love the most about the Pride Run and Walk is, I mean, it's the perfect time of year to get out there and walk or run in beautiful British Columbia. I mean, this year you got to do it anywhere in your own neighborhood, but of course usually it's down around Stanley Park and the seawall, which is just stunning. It's always great weather, so any excuse to get out there. It's great exercise. I get my steps in. I've actually got like a little steps competition with a couple friends, and so I get lots of steps by doing 5 or 10K. I love that it's for all ages and all people, and even non-people, like you can bring your dog. I think it's just a great community activity. Again, this year we had to do it virtually, but that's just how this year is. I'm still glad it was still happening, and I love that it's raising money for important causes that I already support as well, this time out in schools and the Loud Foundation. So those are some of the things that I really like about the Pride Run and Walk. So if you are just joining us, I'm Josh Reimer. I am hosting this virtual finale. We have some special guests with us as well. And speaking of special guests, we've got somebody here. It was supposed to be Brandy, but I hear it might be somebody else. And this person's going to tell us about some more of the prizes. over to you.
That's right, Josh. There are more prizes. I'm not sure where your race director is, but I'm happy to fill in. So for our custom bibs, thank you to everyone who entered a custom bib. You will all get lift minutes. Speaking of lift minutes, all the fundraisers who raised over $500 will get a voucher from Lyft for 50 minutes. That's Nathan, Megan, Brett, and Vivian. Thank you so much. Breaking news, we have even more lift minutes. So our top costume winner will also get 50 lift minutes, and we can award one lucky August donor 50 lift minutes too. Now it's time for our door prizes. So this is the part where after the race, we would draw some names standing around in a circle. So let's go ahead and draw some names. We have 8 great prizes. First up for a Run Proud hat, our winner is Martin Wolf for $50 from Urban Fare. Sophia Roberge for $50 from White Spot. Tara Beck. Another $50 gift card thanks to Urban Fare for Stevie Wynn. 50 minutes of Lyft ride time goes to Ashley Moore. Another $50 from Urban Fare, Carolyn Costigan. $50 donated by Mark Sue from the Vancouver Frontrunners for the gift card of your choice, Melissa Piva. And finally, one more Run Proud hat for Ray Duggan. Brandy will be in touch with all of the winners to coordinate delivery of your prizes. Congratulations, winners. Thanks, Josh. I'm so glad to help you unload these prizes. Remember, everyone, be kind, be calm, and be safe.
Great advice. Thanks, Brandy. Bonnie, whoever you are. So we are nearing the end of our live stream virtual event finale extravaganza. It has been such a pleasure to host this for you and to be around all month giving you updates and encouragement through the Vancouver Frontrunners social media accounts. And I just want to thank you for registering and walking or running, raising money, donating money, however you were involved. Thank you, because, you know, as I've said earlier, it was a very strange year, and we couldn't have done this without you in whatever capacity you were involved. So thank you so much. If you want to leave any comment after the live stream is done, it's going to be posted to the Vancouver Frontrunners Facebook page, so you can of course comment there. Wherever you're watching this, you should be able to see a link to do more donations, and otherwise just go to vancouverfrontrunners.org/priderun. I think that's about it. Let me get my handy dandy little clipboard here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to everybody who was involved. And prizes are going to be sent out. You will hear from the Vancouver Frontrunners, or you can follow up with them at priderun at vancouverfrontrunners.org if you've got any questions. Of course, everybody who registered is going to be sent some subway cards as well. So just keep an eye out for that, and I just hope that you enjoy the weekend, enjoy Vancouver Pride in all of its virtual glory this year, and hopefully you're looking forward to next year's Vancouver Pride Run and Walk, because I know I am. Bye!